What if the secret to becoming mentally strong was not found in any modern self-help book? What if it was revealed over 2,000 years ago by Jesus himself? Most people believe strength means never breaking, never bending, never showing weakness. But Jesus taught something completely different. And once you truly understand it, you will never look at hardship the same way again. Every single person faces storms, financial struggles, rejection, failure, loss, anxiety about the future. The question is never whether storms will come. The question is what will happen when they do. Jesus addressed this exact issue in one of his most powerful teachings, and surprisingly, his answer had absolutely nothing to do with avoiding suffering or escaping pain. In Matthew chapter 7, Jesus told a story about two men. Both built houses, both worked hard, both appeared successful from the outside. But then the storm arrived, the rain fell, the floods rose, the winds crashed against both houses with equal force. One house collapsed completely, the other stood firm. The difference was not the size of the house, it was not the appearance, it was not whether the storm came. The house that stood was built on rock. Jesus explained that the rock represented people who hear his words and actually live by them. The difference was never the storm, the difference was always the foundation. Here is the part most people completely miss. Resilience is not built during the storm, it is built before the storm ever arrives. Jesus understood human nature perfectly. He knew that genuine strength is never created in a single moment of crisis. It is developed through daily choices, small acts of faith, small acts of discipline, small acts of obedience repeated day after day, long before anyone sees any visible results.
In today's world, people want instant confidence, instant success, instant transformation, but Jesus taught a process.
Build, strengthen, prepare. Then when life shakes you to your core, you will not fall apart. The most important part of this lesson is not the storm itself. It is what you choose to do every single day before the storm reaches your door. What is truly remarkable is that Jesus did not simply teach resilience. He lived it completely. He faced rejection from the very people he came to serve. He experienced betrayal from someone he called a friend. He endured mockery, physical suffering, and ultimately the cross. Yet, through every single moment, he never lost his sense of purpose. Why? Because his strength came from a deep and unshakable connection with God the Father. Again and again, Jesus withdrew from the crowds to pray in solitude. While others chased comfort and convenience, he built inner strength through communion with God. While others focused entirely on their circumstances, he remained anchored to his purpose. That is precisely why no storm could ever break him. Maybe you are facing a storm right now. Maybe life feels completely overwhelming. Maybe you are quietly wondering how much more you can carry before something inside you breaks. Here is what you need to hold on to. Jesus never promised a storm-free life. He never told his followers that following him would mean a path without pain or difficulty.
But he did promise something far greater. He promised a foundation that can withstand any storm that comes against it. Real strength is not pretending you are invincible. Real strength is not performing confidence you do not feel. Real strength is building your life on something that absolutely cannot be shaken, no matter what comes.
That is the secret Jesus revealed to the world over 2,000 years ago, and it remains just as powerful and just as relevant today as it was the moment he first spoke those words. The storm may come with full force, the rain may fall, the winds may rise, but if your foundation is strong, if it is built on truth, on faith, on daily obedience, you can stand. As Matthew chapter 7 verse 25 reminds us, the rain came down, the streams rose, and the winds blew and beat against that house, yet it did not fall,